Okay, class. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So please tell your classmates to enter the Google Meet now so we can now start our class.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I guess marami nang pumapasok sa ating Google Meet. Okay, who wants to volunteer to lead the prayer?
Ma'am, can I?
Okay, Mr. Abdul.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. May Allah bless us all.
Thank you so much. So, before we start our discussion, let me introduce myself first. My name is Rahma Emiro from Cotabato State University, and I will be your English online teacher for tonight or today. So, as you can see, there's a laptop beside me. We will be using it as a visual aid. So just remind me if my internet connection is poor so that I can find a better place with better internet connection.
Yes, ma'am.
So can we start now? Before I forgot, let me check your attendance first. Okay, very good. You are all present. So who wants to read the title on the screen?
Ma'am, Miro po, the 3 basic verb tenses.
Okay, thank you. So, our topic for today is the 3 basic verb tenses. So, who has an idea with our topic for today?
Ma'am, I guess that is the past, present, and future
Okay.
tense po.
Yes, very good. So, before we proceed, let me ask you first, what does verb means?
Verb is
Ma'am,
an action word.
po.
Okay. Yes, verb is an action word. Everything we do is an action word. So, let's proceed. So, before we start, we must have the objectives. So, our objectives is at the end of the lesson, the students are expected to define and identify the 3 basic verb tenses, differentiate the regular verbs and irregular verbs, describe how past tense, present tense, and future tense are formed, and lastly, formulate and convert their own examples using regular and irregular in simple tenses based on the discussion. Okay, I hope that we will meet that objectives. So next, okay, before we proceed to our main topic, we must have some activity so that we can awake your sleeping brain cells. Okay, please everyone participate. So this is the mechanics. Okay, the first mechanics is I will be assigning some of the students to act out some verbs written on a piece of paper, and the next mechanic is the rest students will have to guess the verb that is being acted or being acted by the assigned student from the class. So, who wants to volunteer to act out some verb? Okay, if none, I will be calling names. Okay, Miss Bai. Okay, Miss Bai. Act this verb. Okay, so the rest of the students will guess what is Bai acting.
Ma'am, can I answer?
Okay, yes, Mr. Robert.
Singing po.
Okay, singing. Okay, very good. Miss Bai is acting a verb that is singing. So, another participant. Okay, who wants to volunteer? If none, I will be calling names. Okay, Miss Zahra. Okay, Miss Zahra, you can pick a verb so that the rest of the students will guess what are you acting.
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay. So who can guess what is she acting? Okay. Yes, Mr. What's your name? Okay. Mr. Muhammad. Okay, what is she acting?
Ma'am, singing pa rin po.
Okay, singing. Yes, very good. So, thank you for participating with our games. So, class, the question is, after doing the activity, what can you observe?
They are acting some verbs po.
Okay, very good. The students are acting words that is
A verb.
a verb. And verb is an
Action word.
action word. Very good. So, we will now proceed with next slide. So, the question is, what is verb tenses? So, according to the definition, simple verb tense can be divided into 3 categories. What are those?
Past, present, future tense po.
Okay, very good. Past, present, and future tenses. So, can someone give me an example of past tense or verb past tense?
Ma'am, wanted.
Okay, very good. So, how about in the present tense?
Ma'am, climbing.
Okay, thank you. And lastly, how about in the future tense?
Ma'am will cook.
Okay, very good. So, these 3 are the 3 basic verb tenses: the past, present, and the future tenses. So to better understand the 3 basic tenses or simple tenses, we have here some example. So, the first example is the root word dance. So, in the past tense, we have danced. We will be putting a suffix ed in the last, to make it a past tense. So, how about the present tense? Okay, in present tense, we will be removing the e and add the ing. So, it can be a present tense. So, everybody read
Dancing.
Yes, dancing. Very good. So, in the future tense, we have the will dance and shall dance. So, another example, we have here some root word walk. Walk meaning in Filipino naglalakad. Okay. So, in past tense, we will be adding the ed. So, we will read this as walked. Okay. In present tense, we have walking, and in future tense, we have will walk or shall walk. So, let's use it in a sentence. So, the first example is for the past tense. Anna danced in a play yesterday. So, this means that si Anna ay sumayaw kahapon. So, it means natapos na ito. Or past, natapos na. So, the second example is Anna is dancing her favorite cha-cha dance. So, si Anna ay sinasayaw niya ang kanyang paboritong cha-cha dance. So, it means present or kakasalukuyan itong nangyayari. So, the last example here is Anna will dance tomorrow in a dance competition. So, si Anna ay sasayaw pa lang, hindi pa nangyayari, tomorrow in a dance competition. So, this is the future tense. Okay, after learning the 3 basic verb tenses, we are now proceeding on the regular and irregular verbs. So, regular and irregular verbs. So what does regular verb means? So according to the definition, the past tense of a regular verb is formed by adding a suffix ed or d. So, and for the irregular verb, the past tense of an irregular verb is formed by changing its spelling or does not end with suffix ed or d. So, as we can observe, class, there are some past tense that is not ending with ed or d. So, what are those? That particular verb is called irregular verb. So let's look for an example to understand it better. Let's take a look of this. So these are the examples of regular verbs and irregular verbs. So as you can see here, the root word walk and its past tense is walked. Nagdagdag lang tayo ng suffix na ed. And on the regular verbs, we have some root word by, and we are not going to convert it into bide or yes. So its past tense is both. It's not bide, it's both. So another example is the root word want. So its past tense is wanted. And another example for irregular verbs is the root word write. So its past tense is wrote. So as you can see, there is no suffix ed or d in the last part of the past tense. So what can you observe, class?
It changed spelling.
Yes, very good. As we can see, on the regular verb, we just added an suffix ed or d. And on the irregular verbs, we change its spelling. We did not added a suffix ed or d on the last letter or in the last word, last part of the word. So that is the quick explanation of the three verb tenses and irregular and regular verbs. So upon ending this class, I will be giving you an assignment, and I will just send it on our group chat in Messenger. So do you have any question regarding on our discussion?
None so far.
If none, we will now end it. So thank you, class, and keep safe.